know who I am, please do a little Google and discover my work. I'm a writer. I have a show on various DTH platforms. Check out my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, and let me know what you think. Now, getting to the topic of discussion for this video. Now, in the series of videos that I'm making, I am discussing personality types based on astrological archetypes of the sun and the moon. Now, what do I mean by that? In astrology, there are 9 planets, okay? The sun and the moon are also considered planets in astrology. And each of these 9 planets symbolize an archetype. The sun is the exterior self, the moon is the emotional self. So if you're into pop culture astrology, you probably only know about your sun sign, which is okay, but it is actually quite a limited look at your whole personality. Because remember, the sun is how you project your internal power out to the world. So that's not really who you are, right? Who are you? You are your moon sign, actually. Deep within, you are your moon sign. Because your moon sign being your emotions and how you feel, your sensuality quotient, your nurturing, how you've been nurtured, your mother. It's a very sensitive and probably a very personal part of you. So if you want to know more about yourself and about someone that maybe you like, then it would be worthwhile to explore their sun and their moon. Of course, their ascendant also. This is the holy trinity of astrology. But the sun and the moon should be pretty good. So if you have your moon in Cancer and your sun in Scorpio, then this is your video. And voila, what do we have? A double water bonanza. Now, what do I mean by that? Cancer is the first water sign. It is the 4th sign of the zodiac, and it is the first time that the soul incarnating through these different signs of the zodiacal samsaric wheel, when the soul comes to this position of Cancer, which is your 4th house, which is the 4th house, the 4th sign, and the 4th house of the zodiac, then the soul starts to experience emotions for the first time. Because when Aries, the spirit has initiated its course through the samsara. Then in Taurus, the spirit discovers physical 3D manifestation in the body and in earth, in finding earth. Taurus is earth. Now in Gemini, we've got communication that finds focus, with Mercury being the ruler. Now with Cancer, we've got the moon as the ruler. Now Cancer is the most... one of the most interesting things about Cancer is that it is the only sign where the ruler comes back every month. Now this does not happen to anyone else, because see, Aries is ruled by Mars, Taurus is ruled by Venus, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. All these take more than a month. The moon is the quickest, and the moon, being our emotional body, comes into its sign every month, heightening emotions. And if you have your moon in Cancer, you are being heightened and activated every month whenever the moon is in Cancer. Okay, so keep abreast of that, and you can really work with lunar manifestation very well if your moon is in Cancer. Okay, now with moon in Cancer, there's also this dependency on emotional eating if you're not careful, because see, emotions are your fulcrum. Okay, and if emotions are not expressed or experienced in a healthy, holistic way, then you do tend to give in to neediness, codependencies, self-sabotage patterns, destructive karmic relationships. You tend to get into that, and you can be extremely needy with the moon in Cancer, right? and you can be very protective because you're the mother. It's a sign of the mother, so you have all these mothering instincts. But don't forget that there can be an extreme side to this mothering sentiment that you have, and you may take it to a very destructive level, and you may just destroy lives if you want to just control, because nothing is really ever under anybody's control. And if anybody understands that, it is Scorpio, and your sun is in Scorpio. Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac, the 2nd water sign, ruled by Mars and Pluto. Okay, very volatile planets. 2 great malefics. In fact, all problems of power, self-destruction, self-harm, all these come about with Mars-Pluto aspects. So Scorpio is the sign of sexuality, of rebirth and death, inheritances, taxes, things that we usually sweep under the carpet. We don't want to deal with that. Scorpio is the sign of the unconscious. Pluto rules the unconscious, you know. So things with Scorpio are deep and they're emotional. Now, you have a double whammy of emotions happening. Remember, water, water. Cancer, you've got emotions welling up, neediness, want to cuddle up, want to, you know, hold someone, love someone. You know, you don't care, you just want attention. And not in a Leo way, but you want to be felt, loved, touched, and all that, right? Now with Scorpio, you have this deep need to connect. Sexual intimacy is something that you need. And being ruled by Mars and Pluto, you're very, you know, this word scorpionic. You appear deadly to people because power and the use of power is an important part of your personality. If you're a developed Scorpio, Scorpio has 3 archetypes it has to work through: the scorpion, the eagle, and the phoenix. So if you're a Scorpio caught in the scorpion vibration, then you want to sting people. And when your emotions are welling up in your moon with Cancer moon, and you've got this scorpionic, emotional, deep emotions within that are also welling up, and you're being fused and amplified by Mars and Pluto, and if anything is getting triggered, then bam, you can be destructive, because you've got the Scorpio aspect that you know, want to control the emotions, want to hurt, want to overprotection. Again with Cancer can be taken to a deadly degree with the Scorpio sun. And if you're ascendant to Scorpio, you know, then you want revenge. Scorpio wants revenge in the scorpionic vibration. But Scorpio is the ultimate initiate. It's a sign of alchemy, sign of sexuality, your ultimate creation, you know, death, cycles, right? So there's tremendous depth in this person, and this person with this placement will border on being tremendously, not border on, actually will be tremendously psychic if they're not aware of it. And they may face psychic possession, psychic attacks, because their whole psychic body is so energized and so activated that they can't help it. And this is tremendous water. And if you've got stuff going on in Pisces, and you know, you've got other kind of this water energy, then you have this huge need to feel. And with Cancer, you start the feeling process, and with Scorpio, you go really deep into the unconscious. Pluto rules the unconscious. The netherworld is the unconscious. So excellent for being a detective or a psychologist. Being a psychologist, because you have that mothering vibe to you, so people will get attracted to you. They want to consult with you, you know. She's got this really cute motherly vibe going on. So if you can channelize that, yeah, I would say you can be an extremely good detective also, because if you have this mothering, that you want mother society and you want to look after people, then you want to help people and you want to protect people, and then you can take this emotion, you can really amplify it and get to the digging deep plutonic aspect of Scorpio, and you can be an amazing investigator actually. So I hope you like that video. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you guys, and share my work, like, subscribe, comment. I already said that. Like, subscribe, share. Enough of rambling. See you soon. This is Tina from Tina Heals. See ya. Bye.